Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Colts Pitch here at Progress Campus. Today we bring you an OCAA men's soccer matchup first as the visiting George Brown Huskies take on the Centennial Colts. My name is Jack Middleton. I'm sitting here in the booth by myself. I'm flying lonesome today on commentary on this gorgeous day here in Scarborough as the Huskies are here to take on the Colts. Centennial off to a pretty good start so far this year, 2-0-1, sitting third in the Eastern Conference with wins against Lakehead and Fleming earlier in the year and a tie against Cambrian last Saturday in Sudbury, while the George Brown Huskies are 0-3 to start the year, looking to turn it around really early. For the Centennial Colts, we got the starting lineup we can pop onto the screen really quickly. For the Colts, the goalkeeper is Joshua Narain. We have Diego Farias at left back, Luca Ferrari at center back. Emerson Pugh is also a center back. The right back is Aaron Amirier. In the central mid is Amadou Kamara, Yosmer Anaya, and Dante Forte, while up front for the Centennial Colts is Yahia El Dasuki, Frank Andriachi, and Adam Othman. With that, that's going to do my pregame ceremonies. We're going to send it down field level for O Canada and the starting lineups.
Solo le dije hola, mami, vamos a vernos, extrañamos mucho esa cola. Yo te voy a cuidar, aquí cargo una tola. Y pa' comprarte todo tengo un chingo de dólar. Me dicen el patrón, mami, tú eres la patrona. Me pongo belicón, tú te pones belicona. Si quieres tenerte, te frente en persona. Mátame las ganas porque tú eres mi matona. Dame tu mano, los dos juntos volamos. Locos estamos, baby, cuando nos damos. Ay, no para, no deja de menearlo. No sé qué tú tienes, hay que seguirlo mirando. Te quería ver. Solo un ratito volverte a tener, un momentito pero te quería ver. Solo un ratito volverte a tener, te necesito, te quería ver. Solo un ratito volverte a tener, un momentito pero te quería ver. Solo un no te voy a contar lo que va a pasar. Mensajeamos mucho y no pasa nada. Vente de una vez que te va a gustar. Ponte en modo avión, deja el celular. Fíjate, mandé la UV, yo tengo listo el hotel. Sabes que ya tienes marcado mis besos en tu piel. Aquí traigo tu fragancia, si esto ya será Cartier. Me gusta machín el verso, pero me encanta el Chanel. Si estamos en la cama siempre hacemos magia. Te espero en el hotel o en la homegrown mafia. Para hacerte reír, beso tengo, gracias. Las bolsas que te pido ya vienen de Italia. El cuarto está caliente que parece un sauna. Conmigo te vas a olvidar de todos los traumas. Ando tan elevado que ya veo tu aura. Tú eres la única droga que me pone en calma. Te quería ver, solo un ratito volverte a tener, un momentito pero te quería ver. Solo un ratito volverte a tener, te necesito.
Hey, safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreign. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. 30K on my riches for hard times. These niggas just mad cause they in my archives. Jordan came back on the 4-5. If you play then you lay right there by your own kind. Hold up for 4 in the loco. Tell them run this bitch back like so-so. Got this right here in the chokehold. Did a show out in Austin. Shout out to Bobo. Moved out the trenches, now look how we live. Tell my B in the furniture crib. Walk out the mall with some shoes for the kids. Deposit the checks, my base full of M's. Paid on my rent, now I'm up for the year. The view look crazy for me. What I paid for some dogs could've bought me for this. Texas piece on my neck could've bought your career. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas niggas hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. Up in Cali Club eating the blunt. Let my little brother roll in the Dutch. My little boy get whatever he wants. Madam T don't be asking for much. Pouring lean on the nuggets and runs. Put the rest of that drink in a punch. Left wrist on some I had to stunt. Right wrist, I just did it because 600 the label, you know how we coming. Tell them they ain't taking nothing. Standing on business, we shooting the punches. Hey man, go get you some money. I just got off a tour, finna go on another one. Album done, finna drop me another one. Couple ends, finna run up another one. Super Bowl ring, straight had to go double. They just say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up cause it's my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. Hey.
En mi habitación yo te di color, yo te di calor, te hice el amor, te llevé pa'l monte con Celebrón, tu chico de sol, sonible mi blon, chileno sonando en el brown. Que esa malaya, te escribió pero tiene falla, que nadie te calle, que yo soy el que te calla en la cama, mi amor, así que venga a disfrutar mejor. Pégate, 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 y tú te pegas yo me voy a pegar más, te va a encantar. Pégate, pégate, y tú te pegas, yo me voy a pegar más, te va a encantar. Como la emociona porque me fascina, como tú caminas, muy bonita combina, hasta tus uñas son finas, su ropita de vitrina, bikini para la piscina, le compro una casa al lado pa' que sea mi vecina, le pegué al TikTok, ahora sé que bailarina, le pasé yo mi look, ahora se cree asesina, mi voz del tonto, y ella es tremenda mina, si fuera por mí le rompo la vagina. Cuando yo la pierdo me da pista, después me dice que la debita, que no me vaya que yo recita, no gusté de la primera vista. Cuando yo la pierdo me da pista, después me dice que la debita, que no me vaya que yo recita, no gusté de la primera vista. Pégate, 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 y tú te pegas yo me voy a pegar más, te va a encantar. Pégate, 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 y tú te pegas yo me voy a pegar más, te va a encantar.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Colts Pitch here at Progress Campus for today's OCAA men's soccer matchup between the visiting George Brown Huskies and your Centennial Colts. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Introducing first the starting 11 for the visiting George Brown Huskies, coached by John Williams. A defender wearing number 2, Abubakar Hussein. A defender number 3, Philippe Aziz. Defender number 4, Angelo Riccio. Midfielder wearing number 6, Daniel Perry Soto. A midfielder wearing number 7, Marcus Fracasso. A defender / midfielder wearing number 8, Mark DeCoido. A midfielder wearing number 10, Sebastian Lopez. A midfielder wearing number 14, Marcel Ismaili. A midfielder wearing number 15, Emmanuel Ratti. A winger wearing number 23, Adam Asadik Katir. And in net for the George Brown Huskies, number 1, Joseph Agostino. And now the starting lineup for your Centennial Colts, coached by David Latavo. A defender wearing number 3, Emerson Pugh. A midfielder wearing number 5, Dante Forte. A striker wearing number 7, Adam Othman. A midfielder wearing number 8, Yosmar Anaya. A striker wearing number 9, Yahia El Dasuki. A defender wearing number 12, Aaron Amirier. A defender wearing number 13, Luca Ferrari. A defender wearing number 14, Diego Farias. A midfielder wearing number 18, Amadou Kamara. A striker wearing number 21, Frank Andriachi. And in goal for Centennial Colts wearing number 1, Joshua Narain. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to Colts Pitch here at Progress Campus. My name is Jack Middleton, broadcasting by myself here in the booth today as the George Brown Huskies are in town to take on the Centennial Colts. That'll be a good one. As mentioned beforehand, the 2-0-1 Centennial Colts come in to take on their crosstown rivals in the George Brown Huskies, who have struggled out of the gate to an 0-3 start, 7th in the Eastern Conference. Beforehand, we talked about the starting lineup for the Centennial Colts. You heard it before, but we will say it one more time. Josh Narain is in net. Emerson Pugh on defense. Dante Forte, Adam Othman, Yosmar Anaya, Yahia El Dasuki, Aaron Amirier, Luca Ferrari, Diego Farias, Amadou Kamara, and Frank Andriachi. For the George Brown Huskies, Joseph Agostino is in goal. Abubakar Hussein, Philip Assis, Angelo Riccio, Daniel Perry Soto, Marcus Fracasso, Mark DeCoido, Sebastian Lopez, Marcel Ismaili, Emmanuel Ratti, and Adam Asadik Katir, as we are ready to get set here at midfield for another amazing day here in Scarborough. It's gorgeous, about 24 degrees. I actually have a friend sitting beside me, a young man. How old are you? Turning 14. He's coming in here, would like to be a broadcaster himself, so he's studying a little bit today as the Colts have the first ball, and we will get underway. They're in their own side as the Colts move upfield. That's Dante Forte. Forte moves it up far side to Diego Farias and back to Forte. Forte tries it through all the way to Frank Williams and does it early. Williams, pressured by a defender, tries to feed it through to Pugh and can't do it. DeCoido wins the battle for the Huskies. The 5th man, the oldest man on the roster for the George Brown Huskies, makes the play. He's been the calmest and one of the best players in the OCAA, an all-star in all 4 of his years for the George Brown Huskies as they try and get upfield early on, trying to get any kind of pressure against this Colts defense, who is well known to be all in your face immediately right out the gate, as they are, and the Huskies get through it quickly. A lot of tight passes so far. This will be back to the goaltender. Agostino will get one of his first touches of the day. DeCoido far side trying the long ball. That goes to number 10. That's Sebastian Lopez. Can't get it as the Colts turn it the other way to Diego Farias. Farias goes far side. That's Emerson Pugh. We'll drop it back. believe to Dante Forte. My apologies to Emerson Pugh. There's Emerson Pugh on the ball there, number 3. Fires it close side. That's to Amirier. Comes up close side to Adam Othman, making one of his first appearances, first home start, as the Huskies kick that thing out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Colts. That ball most likely bouncing all the way to the school. We got a quick one, though. We have a ball guy this time as the Colts will throw in. Amirier's got it and kicked away by the Huskies. Another throw in for the Colts. Amirier the throw in. Goes down the sideline to Othman. It's off of his foot now to play, and we'll switch sides. The Huskies the throw in. And it'll go to Abubakar Hussein, who gets it in very quickly for the Huskies and takes off. Clears it over the back line of the Colts. No Huskies in pressure, so Josh Narain will be out to make his first touch. Of course, some people do know Josh Narain, called up for the second year in a row to his national team, which is a great accomplishment for Josh Narain. Talking to him many times, he always talks about how grateful he is to be on the Guyana national team, as that one's kicked off the defender's leg and out for a Centennial throw-in. Throwing from Amirier onto the feet of Andriachi. He's grabbed, but no call, and we keep going. Hussein. Far side, a great pickoff by Diego Farias, and he takes off. Andriachi goes to the inside all the way into Othman. He'll fake a shot into the box and can't find Andriachi as the Huskies go back the other way with 6 Colts deep. That's the 7. That's for Casso, looking to go through the line of the defender, just a bit behind his man, Sebastian Lopez. So Narain will keep it in play, which he normally doesn't do. He wants a goal kick, but he'd keep it in play it to Emerson Pugh. Amirier back to Pugh. We'll switch it far side. Of course, the Colts in their gray and green, the hardest colors to look and see numbers on the far side of the field, while the Huskies playing right to left in their blue and gray. The new kits for the George Brown Huskies do look pretty nice, I'll say so myself. The Colts playing with it on their back line. Trying a through ball. Not trying to get to Kamara, who is hounding his defender, but a great play by the Huskies player to get it all the way back to Agostino. DeCoido relieves the pressure back to Agostino, who finally has some time in the box. The Colts will not pressure it, waiting for the Huskies to play this ball. DeCoido runs it back to the goalkeeper, and Andriachi will lean off, looking for the Huskies to try and start any kind of offense. Agostino finally tries to get it upfield to his man. Ismaili can't do it. It's headed out of bounds for it. George Brown throw-in, and Angelo Riccio has the ball. Aziz back to Agostino, and we start from stage number 1 here as Agostino to DeCoido. DeCoido scanning, trying to find his man. He finally finds one upfield, gets by one man, can't get by the second defender, Emerson Pugh. A great play back to Josh Narain to relieve the pressure. Quickly up the field for the Colts. A slippage as Frias able to take control up to Forte. Forte, this goes into the middle. It's shoved over as the Huskies player. That was number 6, Daniel Perry Soto, who will have a free kick on that penalty from the Colts. It was Yosmar Anaya, I believe, on the foul. This one's the free kick all the way across. Amir heads it away. As Othman keeps playing in a slide tackle to the legs, it'll be a free kick on the first challenge from Othman. Free kick for the Huskies. They play it quickly to DeCoido. DeCoido all the way back to Ismaili. Ismaili the long ball, cross field. That tries to find Riccio. It's off his knee and into the possession of the Colts. Frias, far side, the captain for the Colts, controls play almost all the time heading upfield as this one's headed out and kept in. A great play by the Huskies to keep control. Quick pass up the field. It's off his own foot and in to the feet of Amadou Kamara. Amir has a little bit of space, has Kamara open in the middle, decides not to, and finds Forte. Finds it all the way back to Emerson Pugh. He will go far side. For El Dasuki, it goes upfield. Farias to Andriachi, using his big size to play some defense. Takes the ball, trying to get around Aziz, is unable to do it. Off the foot of the Huskies defender, and another throw in for the Colts. Just about 7 minutes through early on here in Scarborough, and a 0-0 draw so far between the George Brown Huskies and the Centennial Colts. Back and forth affair so far. No shots on net yet. With both teams just trying to figure each other out. Hoffman, a good move, gets by one defender to Dante Forte. Cross into the box, trying to find his man. That's El Dasuki. He keeps the ball in play, and a good work from El Dasuki to keep it alive. He's got to work against two Huskies defender and relieves the pressure to Farias. Farias, cross into the box, trying to find Othman, who was going to go for about a half bicycle kick. The ball doesn't get through. Off the Huskies defender, and another throw in for the Colts. Throw in from Amir, looking for Andriachi, and does. Andriachi, 2 goals last time we saw him here against the Fleming Phoenix in the 12-0 victory. As he's forced out a play, it was off the foot of a Huskies defender, and I believe a corner kick for the Colts. Their first one of the day. As we retrieve the ball, I cannot tell who has it. It's Dante Forte, the rookie. We saw him in the home opener taking corner kicks. Coach Latavo entrusting the young man with his important plays, including corner kicks. Have yet to see a PK by Forte, but he's got the power for corner kicks. As this one's into play, into the box. Up in the air is Kamara. It's off the head of El Dasuki and out of play for a goal kick. Agostino of the Huskies has the ball, awaits his team to get into position. Plays it away to DeCoido. Back to the goalkeeper, Agostino. Agostino has tons of space. The Colts are backing into their own halves. Long ball onto the chest of Asadik Katir. This one's heading our way into our booth, and it's off the table. And a throw in for the Huskies, which play it quickly to DeCoido. DeCoido, Hussein kicks it away, and Kamara keeps control for the Colts. That'll find its way to Anaya in the middle of the field, and far side Diego Farias. Farias, good move, gets by Amadou. Sorry, that's Kamara. Kamara tries his pass through. Looking for Anaya, unable to do it, and the Huskies turn it back around. Not for long as the Colts keep the pressure. Here's El Dasuki. Forte, one move, gets by a good defender, looking for Othman, and miscommunication between Othman and Fortes leaves the ball in the hands of the goalkeeper, Agostino. Hussein into the middle for the Huskies. Off the feet of Perry Soto, back to Hussein, who has some space. Finds his man for Casso. The Huskies playing a 1-2 touch. That's third touch is over the head of Asadik Katir. And the Colts take over. Throw in over the head of Andriachi to the feet of DeCoido, who once again plays it back to the goalkeeper, Agostino. Agostino upfield off the head of his own player. That is Riccio far side, and the Colts take over as we go back and forth. Not a whole lot of offense so far, 10 minutes into this one. Colts will go far side to Anaya. Anaya up the field, and the flag goes up for offside, which is whistled down on the Colts. It'll be a free kick for the Huskies. The Huskies have the free kick on the offside. They're taking their sweet time getting over to the ball, which is making a lot more awkward silence for myself sitting in this commentator's booth. Finally, the Huskies get the ball in play to Hussein. Hussein, one move, gets around Othman. Now into the middle of the field. Looking for his man Lopez in the middle, off his foot. And the Huskies have just been unable to make one pass go through to their forwards, as another one is through the feet This one of Emmanuel Ratty, and it'll be another throw in Centennial. Colts in play that goes off the feet of the Huskies. It'll be a throw in for Centennial. That was off the foot of Katir. Colts get the ball in. They'll switch sides of the field. Far side is the Colts. That goes upfield. Frias, his pass is picked off. Not for long, out of play, so throw in for the Colts, who get lucky on that possession. Ball comes all the way back to Emerson Pugh. We'll try this side, this time a Merrier. As I say that, we'll switch it back to the other side. Pugh goes along back, looking for Luca Ferrari. Ferrari takes off. His pass goes up the field, looking for Anaya. He battles. Into the box, he finds the ball. Lacrosse trying to find Andriachi is off the Huskies defender for another Colts corner. The Colts with their second corner of the game, just 12 minutes in. That'll be Forte, of course, on the kick for the Colts. The Colts, one man close post, 4 runners and 1 out outside the box waiting for this corner from Forte. This one goes into the box, off the feet of Othman and into the net. The Centennial Colts lead it 1-0 on the corner goal from number 13, Luca Ferrari on this cross. See it on the replay. Forte's cross goes through 4 men and off the feet of the jumping Ferrari, who gets his first of the season, the first of the game for the Colts, who now lead it 1-0, 13 minutes in. So the Colts now with a 1-0 lead here, 13 minutes in. The Huskies look to answer off the foot of DeCoito. They turn it over quickly to Adam Othman. Othman, a couple good moves, trying to get by DeCoito in a nice defensive play. But he gives the ball right back to the Colts onto the foot of Anaya. Frias, far side, looks for a man. Tries the quick cross into Othman. Successful. Another cross. That is into the hands of Agostino. Pass looking for Andriachi. Hussein for the Huskies tries to get something started. Good communication from Katir as a 1-2 pass is cleared away by the Colts. A good play from a Merrier to keep that away from the Huskies forward. This will be a throw in for the Huskies. It'll be Hussein on the throw. Only one option so far for the Huskies. Pretty easy to defend one man on a throw in into the body of Katir, who's battled by Amirian. Another good play. Kicks it away of the feet and a throw in for the Huskies. Hussein again will take the throw in. Down in that far corner. Hussein looks to be getting a run up. The Huskies are clearing, so this will be a long throw in, looking for the box, and it does. Into the box, it's off the head of Pugh and cleared away by Othman. That one ends up in the booth. Sorry for the quiet commentary. I had to focus on making that catch. Throw in for the Huskies is Hussein. Another deep throw. It's off the head of the leaping Emerson Pugh. This one cleared away. Anaya. The shifty Anaya. It's got 2 Huskies on him. Gets by one. Cannot get by the second one, but it'll be a throw in for the Colts. Anaya was looking for the quick throw in. Drops it for the better option. That's a Merrier. Aaron Amir's throw in off the back of Othman, tries the head redirect, goes off of his back. And the energetic Othman is back on defense as the Huskies player is shoved over. That is Abu Bakar Hussein. It'll be a free kick for the Huskies, who play it quickly. Back to their captain, Mark DeCoito. DeCoito tries the long ball, looking for Katir. Finally finds him. Gets by Amirier and into the box. Katir finds his man Lopez, and that's off the crossbar. What a shot from Sebastian Lopez, but he can't find the back of the net for the Huskies. They keep trying. The offense for the Huskies finally get one through. The Colts playing some good defense as a flag for a penalty is being called and a free kick for the Huskies. See on the replay this shot. The shot from Lopez well placed over the stretched out diving body of Josh Narain, but unfortunately off the crossbar for the George Brown Huskies, who are still unable to make their mark in this game, and a 1-0 lead for the Colts so far. The Huskies have the free kick. They set up inside the box. 5 runners, 1 inside as they battle. Free kick inside. Lopez jumps us off the head of DeCoito. The Colts clear it quickly the other way with DeCoito out. Miscommunication between Andriacci and the defender as the Huskies are able to keep the ball away from the dangerous Andriacci and the sprinting Offman. Huskies turn it the other way with Hussein. Hussein looks for a man, finds him inside to Lopez. Lopez, one man on him as Amai goes to the other side of the field looking for his teammate as that's off the head of Diego Frias and out of bounds for Huskies throw-in. They play it quickly as the Huskies continue to bring pressure to these Colts after the Colts had the opening goal just 4 minutes ago, as there's another free kick for the Huskies. Once again, if you're just joining us, thank you for joining us on Coltsnet Live. My name's Jack Middleton on commentary today, sitting here by myself, bringing this lovely action here on a gorgeous night from Scarborough. Give thanks to producer Leo Solorsano for making me look so good every single week back there behind me. Giving us the best replays as the free kick from the Huskies into the box and cleared away momentarily by Eldasuki. It's fired up into the air and corralled by Aziz. Ball gets all the way back, trying to find DeCoito as Andriacci slips. The Huskies maintain possession with Riccio. Riccio on the back, no pressure from the Colts so far. A different look than the Colts used against the Fleming Phoenix last time they were here. They were very aggressive on defense, on attack. A little bit less against a little bit more of a dangerous, more potent George Brown lineup. Ferrari, far side, makes a move, gets by one man, through another, clears it to Kamara. Kamara's got 3 Huskies on him as he battles with Ferrari, trying to get the ball out of the midfield and can't do it for a throw-in Huskies. Huskies have the throw-in. They'll move them back a little bit. And to throw it in is Daniel Perry Soto. Throw-in goes off the legs of the Huskies player, but it looks like they'll go throw-in for the Huskies. Maybe Farias stuck a leg in there. Does not matter as the Huskies get it in quickly and turn it the other way. Off the head of the jumping Pugh. Luckily gets away from Katir. Katir makes a move. The cross goes into the box and cleared away by Ferrari. Couple good moves from the Huskies player. That's number 7 for Casso. His second shot is just wide of the mark and out of play for a goal kick for the Colts. So Luca Ferrari so far has the only goal for the Centennial Colts as they lead it 1-0 here. In the 20th minute, the Colts look to get back into the other half of this field. They have not seen it in a long time as the rain clears that into the long grass deep, and the Huskies have another throw in. They'll play it quick. That goes to Riccio. Riccio back to his back line, and it'll go all the way back to Joseph Agostino. Agostino finds Aziz. Up the middle again. Miscommunication, misplay from the Huskies, this time off the foot of Marcellus Maley. And out of bounds, and another throw in for the Colts. Colts really slow getting to this ball. As I mentioned beforehand, the Colts coming in 2-0-1. They beat the new coming team, the Lakehead University Thunderwolves, in their first game of the season 4-1 and in Lakehead, before coming back home for their home opener to beat the Fleming Phoenix 12-0, and then a 1-1 tie on Saturday against the Cambrian Golden Shield up in Sudbury. So the Colts looking to continue this hot start to the season against the Huskies. So far, so good, leading 1-0. DeCoido. Hussein has Othman on him, gets rid of it very quickly. Doesn't help as Anaya onto the back of the Huskies defender, who clears it away. Lopez, a good touch. Finds Perry Soto. Perry Soto into the middle to Fracasso. Clears it to Lopez. His shot attempt blocked momentarily by Pugh as Kamara turns it the other way. Andriachi. Good challenge from DeCoido as Andriachi battles it to Othman. Othman's by himself. Has one man trying to beat, can't do it. Andriachi, the shot off the hands of Agostino. Rebound into the box, up in the air as Andriachi tries to find Othman. They keep battling in the box as Hussein finally clears it for the Husky. Takes off momentarily for the speedy Dante Forte. A good defensive play to regain possession. The pass from Othman trying to find Andriachi. Miscommunication and onto the foot of Agostino. So the Huskies survive a dangerous play by the Colts into their own box and keep it a 1-0 game. Far side is Philippe Aziz. Aziz into the middle. That's for Fracasso. Huskies play around with it in the midfield. Just trying to get the Colts out of defensive positioning. They can't do it so far as Kamara is the first man on the ball. He will just play it out of bounds for a throw in. George Brown. Hussein with the throw in for the Huskies. Back to DeCoido. DeCoido gets here. They fight over the ball. Fracasso, a nice move. Fracasso in the middle. Tries to play it into the corner. It's out of the reach of his running forward on the far side. So it'll be a goal kick for Josh Narain and the Colts. Narain pushes his players up the field. Looking for a one-on-one battle, and he finds it. This one's going to Andriachi, who battles with DeCoido. DeCoido wins it this time. Huskies turn it back the other way. Here's Fracasso. Fracasso tries the lead in. And a good defensive play by Diego Farias to keep it off the foot of Ratty, but the Huskies try it again. Katir's shot. Just looks like a topspin roller. Stays left of the post. A good shot attempt. You got to force a couple shots on Josh Narain, who has given up 2 goals in his time so far this season for the Colts. You got to test him. He's only seen 6 shots in 2 games so far, so he does not have a feel for the soccer ball so far. Katir off the hand. Looked like it was a handball. We're going to get no call there, as Pugh has the ball for the Colts to turn back the other way. Far side to Farias, who will calm it down. No pressure from the Huskies as he looks for options. Farias tries to go over the back line. DeCoido and Hussein battle over it, and the ball gets all the way to Othman, who battles with Hussein. Hussein into the middle. Huskies played all the way back to Aziz. Huskies playing around with it, far side of the field in the midfield, looking for any kind of option. They will not play this side of the field, which is normally where Diego Farias plays, so maybe they had game plan for Farias. Has a great move from Andriachi, gets by one defender, can't get by the second as his hop over DeCoido. He ends up landing on the defender. That is Angelo Riccio, and we'll have a whistle here as DeCoido and Riccio both down. DeCoido looks more in pain as we will turn the cameras away. Hopefully he is okay. Mark DeCoido, of course, one of the most tenured George Brown Huskies, being now in his 5th and final year for George Brown, and of course a stronghold on the defensive line for the Huskies, being their captain. Hopefully he is okay. So far we haven't seen a whole lot from either team. We've seen maybe 1 chance for the George Brown Huskies, 2 for Centennial, both coming on corner kicks, and maybe 1 offensive rush. these two teams just haven't been able to figure each other out, trying to break each other's defensive system, and so far it hasn't happened. But that's why we play 90 minutes there. We're only 26 in, as Dakoita might just be a cramp, as they might be stretching them out. I cannot figure it out, but with that being said, with the injury timeout, we'll take a break, and on the other side, we'll have more of the first half here between the George Brown Huskies and the Centennial Colts. Welcome back to Colts Pitch. It looks like Mark Dakoita is okay here, so he will actually be the first person to touch the ball. He's shaking out his right ankle, so maybe just a cramp on the bottom half of his foot, but he is all right as the Huskies turn it the other way. The Colts. Emerson Pugh has a man. He's looking for Andriachi, who battles Dakoita. The header ends up on the feet of Dakoita, who looks to be all right. Off the foot of Dakoita, and it will be a Huskies throw-in. As we battled a little bit for that ball. A couple handballs they're arguing for. That throw-in as well. Of course, everybody just trying to get every ball possible and every bit of possession as the Huskies have it this time with Aziz. Far side, he has Riccio. Tries his pass into the middle. It's picked off quickly by Anaya, who takes his speed and goes the other way. There's El Dasuki. Into the box. 3 Huskies on him as he relieves a little pressure to Kamara, who will fire from out deep and just over the crossbar. A nice shot from El Dasuki. Just a foot over the crossbar. What a powerful shot from Yahia El Dasuki. Or sorry, that was from Amadou Kamara. Good shot that is just a foot over the crossbar, and another missed chance from the Colts. Into the 29th minute as Dakoita clears it out of his own end. That is into the body of the Huskies player. That is number 15, Emmanuel Ratty, who battles hard with a mirror in the far side, who will now get a talking to from the head official. Just a couple physical tackles. Obviously a physical game between the two. So far, he's just trying to keep it under pressure. Of course, no cards coming out. As the Huskies keep it in play to Aziz. Aziz, he tries a shot from out long, and that is over the top of the net for another goal kick for Centennial. Noreen's goal kick. Booming into the half of the Huskies as Othman and Hussein battle. Hussein wins it this time. That's on the feet of Ratty, who plays it through to Lopez. A nice back heel play trying to find Fracasso. And the back heel, another foul, I believe, called on the Centennial Colts. So it'll be a free kick for the Huskies just in front of us. Hussein plays it quickly to Dakoita, who will play it into the box. Forces it into the box. It's over the head of Ferrari and the diving Huskies forward. It'll be a goal kick for the Colts one more time. About time for a couple substitutions in this game. It's about time that both coaches will get somebody up, and it looks like the Huskies have one waiting on the sideline for a stoppage as the Colts battle with it in their own corner as Ferrari clears it out off the tent, and it'll be a throw in for the Huskies, who will not use that substitution yet. I believe it'll be a George Brown throw in, but before that, looks like we will finally get the substitution as Emmanuel Ratty will head off the field, and into the game is number 7, Tariq Ali, for the Huskies in his first season, who will get his first appearance of this game. He'll run onto the field and assume the same position I would assume up here on the left side. It's the Huskies have a throw-in and they'll get the game started. The throw-in plays all the way back off the feet of Riccio. The shot from Katir blocked. Gets back to Riccio. Sorry. Ismaili battles with Frias, but another good play from Diego Frias. Clears it up the left side, trying to find El Dasuki and cannot. The Huskies clear it all the way back to their goalkeeper, Agostino. Coito tries to go over the head of the leaping Forte, cannot. Regains possession, not for long as Kamara has it. Give and go onto the foot of Kamara, Othman and Forte in the middle, who clears it over the back line, trying to find El Dasuki. As Agostino, a nice play to corral the ball, and he plays it quickly on the far side of the field as the Huskies. Another miscommunicated pass between defenders and forwards. This time, Katir was unable to find his man and turns the ball over. El Dasuki in the middle, a slip, stays up. Kamara now has it. He finds Amir streaking down the right sideline. Amir, the cross, off the hop, looking for Andriacci. It's over his head, but El Dasuki is the first man on it. El Dasuki, a couple moves as it looks like he gets tackled, and we'll keep going with the Huskies. Katir. He gets, I believe, knocked over by a Colts defender, but again, no call. To be a throw-in for the Huskies. Dakota on the back line. Looks for his options. He found one. That's the newcomer, Ali. The header goes all the way back to Hussein. Makes one move. Gets around his man. The pass trying to find in the middle for Casso. Can't do it, and the Colts turn it quickly the other way with Andriacci. They battle in the midfield. And it's won by Hussein, who plays it to Ali into Lopez. Lopez, Fracasso, streaking in. Fracasso into the box. His pass trying to deliver it across to Perry Soto, who was not there. Probably better for Fracasso to fire that one on target as he was into the box. Doesn't do it. His pass goes wayward, and the Colts will take over. As I believe they will also make their first substitution of the game for the Colts. Frank Andriacci will come out of the game. And into the game, I will have to give you that. It does look like it's James Phillip on the far side, but unsure who it is. Of course, those gray and green jerseys are almost impossible to see the number on the far side of the field in the sun. So we will get that name for you as we know. Forte in the middle. Finds Anaya to Frias streaking. Frias into the middle. Plays it to Kamara, man on his back, and plays it very well back to Luca Ferrari. Goes far side to the newcomer for the Colts, who plays it to Frias, who's streaking up the left side. Cross into the box from Frias, off the head of El Dasuki and into the back of the net. The Centennial Colts a 2-0 lead off the header from Yahia. El Dasuki will see it on the replay. Frias up the sideline. A good stop in the cross in with nobody covering El Dasuki, who fires it into the back of the net for another goal for Centennial, who now lead it 2-0 here in the 35th minute. So the Colts will make another substitution. It looks like Aaron Amirier will come out of the game for the Colts and into the game. Into the game for the Huskies. We'll have to get you, or sorry, for the Colts, we'll have to get you that name as well afterwards, as the Huskies have the play, and a misplay from Ali means a throw in for the Colts. Kamara plays it back, finds Ferrari. Ferrari goes far side, looking for his man. That's Vincent Albanese is into the game. As Emerson Pugh has the ball here in the 36th minute. Frias now on the close side, which is normally his regular position on the as a right back. Takes more control as Dante Forte through a couple Huskies. His pass looking for Anaya. It does get through to El Dasuki. Now into the box. He crosses it and headed away momentarily as Forte is able to corral the ball into the corner. Forte plays it back to Diego Farias. Farias. Forte plays give and go. The cross will go in into the streaking Colts player. Again, still don't know who that is. I believe that's Evan Morrell, far side. Was unable to get there into the hands of the goalkeepers. The Huskies play it quickly, as they do. In the middle, Fracasso has the ball, looking for a man. Fracasso. The Huskies were trying to be nice to kick the ball out. And an injury on the Colts, so the Huskies will be nice and kick the ball out of play. I believe that's Evan Morrell, far side of the field, who trips and slipped. He kind of looked like he pulled something on the far side of the field. So the Colts will throw it in and back to the Huskies as they will get the ball back into play. DeCoito into the middle. That's for Ismaili. Ismaili finds Hussein. Hussein going into the middle to Lopez. Sebastian Lopez finds his man. Ali tries one pass to get through the Colts defenders and can't do it. The ball will find its way all the way back to Josh Narain. Ferrari and Narain play give and go. As Ferrari finally has the ball. He's got a man on him. That's for Casso as Ferrari plays it up the field trying to find Albanese. Albanese, Forte with a smart play will kick it off the defender of the Huskies for another throw-in as Colts were in a little bit of trouble in the midfield, and the smart play from Forte gives the Colts possession. Quick throw-in into the chest of El Dasuki. Forte drops it back. He'll find Albanese. Gets the ball right back. Crossed into the box. Forte goes off the leg of Hussein, who battles, Ali, who battles again with Othman. And the Colts retake possession. Farias, close side to Othman. Gets by one defender, tries to get by Ismaili. The pass goes to Farias. Farias, two defenders to beat. He does beat one of them as DeCoito will clear that away into the corner. Gives a little bit of frustration, screams to the rest of his defensive line, who just got beat by one man. Clears away, and I believe another corner kick for the Colts, and Vincent Albanese will come in to take the corner for the Colts. Albanese will set up in the far corner. I believe you see there in your right-hand side the George Brown Huskies getting a view of this game. That's their women's team who will be playing following the completion of this game around 8 o'clock as the Centennial Colts will take on the George Brown Huskies, of course, on the women's side, who get the nightcap in today's game. So stick around 30 minutes after this one's completed to see the women take on the George Brown Huskies, who the women's side, of course, trying to stay undefeated, and they have been as dominant as ever so far in this season as the Colts run into each other. That's Albanese and Forte. They'll be all right, but the Huskies get the free kick. I believe it was an offside flag causing this free kick for the Huskies, who play it quickly as they do. Trying to find Ali, picked off by Farias. Farias down the sideline, has Ali on him. His pass trying to find El Dasuki in the middle is picked off and turned the other way. Fracasso in the middle to Lopez. Plays it back to Fracasso. One man to beat. Fracasso makes one man to the inside. He'll play it back to Lopez. A couple moves from Sebastian Lopez, who fakes the play to the far corner, keeps the ball in the middle. Fracasso. He'll give it up. And a great play from Farias and Kamara to keep the ball as Othman up the sideline to El Dasuki. He's running onto it. Aziz, his shot. El Dasuki, a nice save from Agostino onto the foot of Othman. The rebound shot off the foot of the defender and into the hands of Agostino. A good communication between Agostino and Riccio. Relieves the pressure for the Huskies. Agostino, the quick throw, finds Hussein. Move from Lopez is well read by Kamara, who takes the ball back for the Colts. And it's Anaya. Anaya in the middle of the field. Goes far side to Albanese, plays it to Forte. Forte up the sideline to Evan Morrell. Morrell's in the corner. He'll make one move and a good slide tackle. Gets the ball away from Morrell momentarily on the far side of the field. But the Colts maintain possession all the way back to Vincent Albanese. Kamara looks for options. He's got two Huskies on him who have all 11 below the circle of their back line, trying to play any kind of defense on the surging Colts. And a great defensive play from Hussein to pick the ball off of Osman's feet. All the way down the sideline, Sebastian Lopez. He's covered by Pugh momentarily as the back foot pass to Hussein. Tries the cross. It's off the body of Kamara, who kicks it off the hands of Hussein. And a throw in for Centennial. Another smart play from the Colts defenders to maintain possession in dangerous situations. Anaya's in the middle of the field. Plays it far side to Vincent Albanese. Forte finds far side to Morrell. Morrell's got one man to beat. He's got tons of speed. The cross goes off the foot of the defender, Aziz, and it'll be another corner kick for the Colts. I believe it will be far side, and Dante Forte will head back and take this one. So maybe Albanese is more of a left foot. Well, Forte is able to make the right foot, so he will head over to the far side of the field for the corner here in the 42nd minute, almost the 43rd minute. About to reach the end of the first half as the Colts have strung out to a 2-0 lead so far, trying to make it more with this corner kick. Forte, the corner, is off the head of the jumping Offman and will end up out of play, and a goal kick for the Huskies. Agostino plays it out to Aziz. Aziz looks for a man in the midfield. He's got tons of space. The Colts give him it all. Finally finds a pass up to Marcus Fracasso. Fracasso to Lopez. Lopez, so far the most skilled player for the Huskies on the field. He's had most ball control as on offense for the Huskies as the pass from Ali is picked off momentarily. Kicked back into the box and cleared away by Ferrari. Hussein, a good move, gets by one Colts defender into the feet of Lopez. Takes it off the feet of Lopez and makes a couple moves. Kamara and Othman try and take it off of him, but a couple good plays to get the ball by, as I believe stepped on was Marcel Ismaili. A cleat to the top of the foot as the Huskies play it quickly into the box. Katir, a smart play from the Huskies, able to make a quick play into the box, but another great slide tackle from Kamara, able to keep it off the feet of Katir and stopping the scoring chance. Commentary from beside me here said he should have released it. I believe that. If you're just joining us, I've got a young man sitting beside me who would love to be on commentary if he could. He's looking to do that as a passion. 14 years old, you said? Turning 14. So an aspiring commentator, and he's sitting here enjoying every second and even giving his own commentary on the sideline, which is amazing. As we're almost into the 45th minute into penalty time, the Colts have a chance up the field with Morrell in with speed, and he is unable to catch up to the pass from Forte as the Huskies have another throw in. As we hit the 45th minute here in the first half, so we have a couple minutes of penalty time, or injury time, with obviously DeCoito going down, a couple Colts going down as well, as this one's cleared away off the foot of Emerson Pugh, and the Huskies will have a throw in. Quickly playing it in, not knowing how much time they have, is Lopez. That has Anaya all over him. A good play to DeCoito. Back to Lopez, trying to find him. He's smothered by the Colts defense. Ferrari back to Narain, who has DeCoito all over him. Supposed to be on the back line. He is in the face of Josh Narain, who clears it away and off the head of the defender, Riccio, for another Centennial throw-in. They'll get an offensive chance that they throw it in to Dasuki. Dasuki back to Morrell. Morrell, Albanese, and Colts slowly going back to midfield. Kamara, Amadou Kamara. Inside to Othman, trying to find Kamara in the box, and he does. Kamara tries The cross in, it's weak and goes off the foot of Adam Othman, and I believe will be another goal kick for the Huskies. Either team just not able to get their offense going. Of course, the Colts leading 2-0 on 2 quick rush chances by the Colts. The only two real shot attempts they've had. One more going over the crossbar. That has put the only offensive pressure both teams have had today. Farias, we have to be close to the end of injury time. There wasn't a whole lot, but we keep playing as the Colts have the ball. Pugh. Farias up the field to Dante Forte. Forte tries his through ball onto the feet of El Dasuki, but it will be whistled for an offside. Another free kick for the George Brown Huskies. Hussein into the middle to the feet of Ismaili, who goes far side to Aziz. Aziz, his pass up into the middle as the whistle blows for halftime, as the Centennial Colts lead it 2-0 here in the first half on goals by Luca Ferrari and Yahia El Dasuki. With that, we will head to break as we are in halftime with the Centennial Colts leading at 2-0, and we'll be back on the other side with second half action.
At the half, the Centennial Colts lead it 2-0.
All my hunters turn to racks, all my ladies turn to snacks. SUVs black on black. I was picking up, but now I'm back on track. That's a fact. Filet mignon, that's on jack. I didn't track the penthouse feeding to my natural habitat. I just got my taxes back. Let's cut my cash in half, and it hurts. Main chicks ain't I'm a flirt. All the women fall for me, I make them press that life alert. I just took a flight back to the A, I'm ready to get right to work. Me, I keep it cool as head, even when they get hyped first. A lot of people begging home, they trying to make it out of the dirt. Don't stop pushing, used to catch Z's on the couch pushing. Now I caught the shots like I'm John Wooden. In the kitchen with my jewelry in the pot cooking. Walking through the mouth and niggas stop looking. All my bros turn to fat, all my money turn to fat, all my niggas turn to fat. I worse, but he had a difference. I get right under their skin, I don't even try, I guess I can help it. I love the bro for life, we talk, but now I still it. Of course you could beat me at talking, ain't no back and forth, until we catch up with it. Knocking the bag and making the opposite mad, I've been feeling love. You can't tell me what you want, so let me keep looking at this now. You type like the type of truth, gotta make it, get it. Stop saying she don't like rules, man, your friends, get your rules. Keep playing with the thing, no rules.
Welcome back here to Colts Pitch at Progress Campus. Jack Middleton on the commentary for you as the Centennial Colts lead it 2-0 into the second half against the George Brown Huskies. We're just about to get underway. The Colts making a couple switches to their lineups. Duarte, Ventura, Oliveira, the first one. You see him hopping around in front of you. Also into the game is Marco Supa, as well into the game for the Centennial Colts. So the Huskies will have the first ball. My apologies. James Phillip is also into the game for the Colts. He's on number 11 across the screen for you. As we flip sides, the Huskies will go left to right, and the Colts will go right to left. So we're into the second half with Sebastian Lopez. Lopez with Ismaili. Plays it all the way back, and the Huskies reset it to their goaltender, Agostino. Agostino finds Aziz. Aziz chipped over. It's tackled by El Dasuki, and that will be a foul for a free kick, George Brown. The Huskies looking to move it upfield, can't do it, and James Phillips takes over. The pass looking to find Forte is off the foot of the Huskies defender, and a throw-in. Centennial plays it quickly as Phillips. Throw-in goes to El Dasuki, gets by one. The pass goes to Forte, and a great save. Another shot just out to the corner, and it will be a throw-in for the Huskies. And great offensive start by the Colts, able to get some pressure, but can't get one by Agostino. Huskies go quickly. That one's cleared away. A great play from Marco Supa into the game. Keeps the ball away from Marcus Fracasso. The throw-in. Fracasso off the foot and out of play. So the Colts will have a throw-in, and it'll be Albanese on the throw. Throw in from Albanese. Onto the feet of El Dasuki. Dasuki into the box. Goes to Ventura Oliveira. His cross off the foot of the defender DeCoito. And I believe it will be a goal kick as that one comes back off of the leg of Ventura Oliveira. So the Huskies take the goal kick. Play it quickly. Hussein plays it up to his man. That's Ismaili. Pass inside to Katir. Katir's pass into the box. Cannot handle it. That is Tariq Ali for the Huskies. Cannot corral it in the corner. For goal kick for the Colts, and Josh Rain plays it quickly. Ferrari to Kamara. Has his man Farias back onto his familiar side, that right side. And the Colts will play it around the back line onto the foot of Luca Ferrari. Ferrari has a man trying to find it up to Albanese. It's picked off. And Huskies at midfield. Can't get anywhere. It's picked off by Anaya. Supa into the middle. Looking for an option. Finds Farias. Farias has his man streaking through. That's James Phillips. James Phillip into the box. His shot. Or a cross. Finds the foot of Ventura Oliveira. He'll try and cross it into El Dasuki. The shot from Anaya is over the net. And another missed opportunity from Centennial. That one's fired over the net off the foot of Yosmar Anaya. Still a 2-0 Centennial lead. Agostino, the goalkeeper for the Huskies, plays it to Aziz. Aziz looking to find his man. He does. That's for Casso, who will play it back to Riccio. Finds his way all the way back to Marcus Fracasso as the Huskies finally finding their passing groove. As I say that one's picked off and turned the other way by Dante Forte. And it is cleared into the box. It looks like it was going to be offside as we will have a whistle. El Dasuki stays away, and there is a man down for the Huskies. Unsure who that is. It looks like that's number 14 for the Huskies. Marcel Ismaili is down on the ground. Just on that tackle, took a kick to the shin. Looks like he'll be all right. He's up, stretched it out. Looks like he will be all right. So drop ball will bring this ball back into play. Drop ball, and we're back in. Agostino to Philippe Aziz. Philippe Aziz looking for a man. He does. Tries to fire it over the back line of the Colts, and Lorraine, great communication with Kamara to come out and make that catch basket high. Ferrari, Kamara. Into the corner. Now up into the middle. That's Supa. Gets around his man. He was actually expecting a penalty. He drags down his man. And a great play, a slide tackle from Riccio. Takes the ball off of Ventura Oliveira. Fracasso. Into the middle to Lopez. Back to Fracasso. DeCoito, the captain for the Huskies. Through ball. Trying to find Katir. Does find Katir. He's got nobody with him as he looks for a shot. Finally finds his man. The shot coming from the Huskies. A diving save by Narain. Can't corral it. The rebound comes all the way to Vincent Albanese, who clears it for the Huskies. For the Colts, as another Husky is down. Sebastian Lopez gets through. He will fire the through ball off the head of Kamara. That Husky is up. That was Katir, I believe. He is up and ready to go. Couple Huskies are hurting as this ball finds its way all the way back to the goalkeeper and kicked out. Two Huskies bent over in the offensive side of the field with Ismaili and Asidik Katir looking like they're a bit injured. You see on the replay, this is the shot and a great save from Josh Lorraine on the dive. A shot off the foot of Daniel Perry Soto. Colts now have the ball into the offensive side of the field. James Phillip, his pass into El Dasuki out of the reach. Cleared away momentarily by the Huskies. Supa plays it back to Farias. Farias to Phillips. Phillip inside finds Forte. Forte looking for El Dasuki. His pass deflected but it will find its way to Marco Supa. Albanese now has Ventura in the corner. And all the way back to Supa as the Colts play the possession game. Anaya in the midfield all the way back to Kamara. Frias, one man to beat. Finds the pass to Phillip. His pass looking for Fortes picked off by the Huskies. With Tariq Ali, and that ball is cleared into the forest. We may never see that soccer ball again. That one is cleared into the forest. The Huskies, quick throw in, back up the field. That's Katir. Surrounded by two men, Frias and Kamara, and that one's kicked out for another throw in. Down in the far corners, we're into the 52nd minute here at Colts pitch as they 2-0 Centennial lead. Huskies looking to grab one and get back within one as the shot from Hussein will hit the outside of the net for another goal kick for the Centennial Colts. Ferrari, Albanese. Finally some pressure for the Huskies in the offensive side of the field, forcing the Colts to make a couple passes as that one's deflected back out and another goal kick for Narain. Narain looking for somebody downfield, as he does, to the right side. Over half field, El Dasuki jumps forward. It's off the back of his head. Ismaili plays with it, finds DeCoido. DeCoido finds his open man. That's his goalkeeper, Joseph Agostino. Plays it to his defender, Philippe Aziz. Aziz skies it to the back line. Kamara, the header, onto the feet of Albanese and cleared. Anaya now has some room. Ventura calling for it, doesn't get it. It'll go out wide to Supa. Supa slips as he's trying to find the cross into El Dasuki, but gets the ball back. Ventura now the cross, over the head of the leaping El Dasuki. Huskies clear it momentarily into the sky. Couple headers. Lopez and El Dasuki in for the header as El Dasuki wins it, but onto the feet of the Huskies captain. DeCoido, the ball works its way all the way up to Katir, and a nice slide tackle from Amadou Kamara. Kicks the ball out of play far side for a throw in Huskies, but before we get that throw in, Adam Katir is down after that slide tackle. Maybe just a little bit winded. We'll get a whistle and a substitution for the Huskies in the meantime. Philippe Aziz is coming off the field and into the game for his first time, number 22, James Spring. Katir looks like he's okay, meaning that we are back underway. The Huskies. Tariq Ali, good move, gets by one defender. He's got two men coming, and the offside flag is up on the far side of the field. As the Colts escape a very promising attack for the George Brown Huskies. Narain clears it into the back line. There's no Colts there. They're all stuck in their defensive end. Albanese now. This one's crossed in. El Dasuki running in, but a good play from Agostino to come out and corral it before El Dasuki can get there. DeCoido. Through ball, looking for his man. That's Fracasso. Fracasso shot in a nice diving save, a right-handed save by Josh Narain, who will jump on the ball. The most promising chance so far for the George Brown Huskies off the foot of Marcus Fracasso, denied by Josh Narain, keeping it a 2-0 game. The Colts go the other way quickly. El Dasuki is in one man. He chips it over the goalkeeper Agostino and just over the net. A smart play from El Dasuki, who is in on all alone. Chips it over the goalkeeper and just barely over the crossbar. Spring, his first touch. That one's going to go up into the air off the chest of Fracasso. Back up into the air and headed down. Ventura Oliveira all the way back into the box and El Dasuki on it. El Dasuki into the box. His cross finds no one, and the Huskies try and go back the other way. Ali battled with Phillip, and that's a shove away from James Phillip. It'll be a call on James Phillip and a free kick, George Brown. The Colts bench not happy with that, as I believe Phillip and Agostino collide as Agostino's looking to play that ball. The goaltender, Agostino, looks like he's all right. He's getting up, as Phillip does get a talking to from the official, but no card handed out, as Phillip and the goalkeeper just tangled up as they were trying to get the ball back in play. Everybody's all right, and we continue. The Huskies look for the through ball to Ali. That's blocked by the Colts defender, who takes over and finds Kamara. Kamara to Ferrari. Albanese calling for it down the sideline. It'll go instead to Ventura Oliveira. Looking for a man, can't find one, and will fire it all the way back to Josh Narain. Supa's pass picked off by the Huskies defender Ismaili and turned the other way. Quickly turned over again as the Colts go the other way to Ventura Oliveira. He is onside to the foot. Off the left foot and into the back of the net. Duarte Ventura Oliveira makes it 3-0 Centennial. Duarte Ventura Oliveira did not play the first half. Comes into the second half and just 13 minutes in makes his mark, potting the third goal for the Centennial Colts. And what a play by the Colts. If we can hit that replay one more time, Leo. The pass from that midfielder, I believe that was Emerson Pugh on the far side with a great pass up to the foot of Duarte Ventura Oliveira and into the back of the net, as the Huskies are now down 3-0 to the Centennial Colts in the 58th minute. The Huskies looking for any kind of pressure, looking to get on the board, maybe force the Colts into a little bit more of a defensive system so far. The Colts have been tremendous in their own half. Fracasso has Albanese to beat, tries to get around him, it's off his left foot, and then off of Fracasso and a throw in for Centennial. The third time a Colts defender has been able to kick the ball off of a Huskies forward and maintain possession. If you saw it there down the sideline, wearing the bright yellow vest, that's our ball boy. He belongs to the team that has come to support us. I believe it's the East York Soccer 2010 B team, giving them a shout out. They're helping us out with ball retrieval. They're the ball guys today, so if you see them around, if you're able to give them a nice shout out, we appreciate them coming out and supporting. As I believe there was a card handed out. I could not figure it out. I believe it was a yellow on James Phillip, who takes the yellow. That was right after he just had the mix up with the goalkeeper. Referee has had enough and hands out the yellow to Phillip. We'll get back underway. The Colts with Farias. He'll turn it over onto the feet of Hussein. Hussein, a couple nice moves, gets by every single Colt so far, and that second one gets just out of reach in the clear away by Ferrari. Is maintained and corralled by James Phillip. Back down on the ground is Ismaili holding his ankle. But we'll keep going with the Huskies have the ball. Hussein tries a spin move, cannot get around, and we have bodies hitting the floor everywhere. Currently 3 men to the ground. The Huskies still have the ball in the corner. It's off of a Colts defender. It looks to be a corner kick for the Huskies. That Colts defender will be on the ground. Just bodies hitting everywhere. The shot, Hussein tries the spin move, but the defender doesn't move. I don't see how you're looking for a call in that moment. The defender, Luca Ferrari, didn't move one step. He just stood in the way and let Hussein run into him. Obviously, the reason why there was no call on that play. But Ferrari getting the worst of it as he's down, and the head therapist, or the therapist for the men's soccer team, is out. Haley is out checking him out. Hopefully he is all right. Looks like maybe just maybe a quick ankle injury. He'll hop it off. Haley helps him up, and he will be all right, thankfully, for Luca Ferrari. I believe he does have to leave the field due to that injury. We had the whistle due to the injury and the trainer come out, so Ferrari's got to come out. And back into the game comes Emerson Pugh. So Pugh will come in for this corner kick. Regularly, Ferrari would just stand on the sideline until waved back in, but with a corner kick, you got to get a man in there. This Ali's corner kick along the ground. Finds Spring and DeCoito, who battle over it. Can't get it by the Colts. Albanese takes off. He's got Ventura, Oliveira, and Phillip. He finds Phillip. Phillip gets by his man into the box. Phillip tries the cross. Cleared away by a great defensive play of Angelo Riccio. And we have lost our camera feed, unfortunately. So hopefully we get the technical difficulties back. We apologize for that as it's restarting here. I believe we will have the camera back here shortly. I will try my best to keep you up to date so far. Katir into the middle. The pass misses his foot. The Colts play it all the way back to goalkeeper Narain. Producer Leo is working on that feed, so we apologize for the technical difficulties. Pass by Kamara, looking to find Forte. Can't. The Colts and the Huskies play a little ping pong with the ball between defensive lines as DeCoito, a nice shield, gets the throw in for the Huskies. Kamara now has it for the Colts as the throw in was picked off, and Narain clears it off the top of the shoelace. It doesn't go very far, but cleared away by Dante Forte. Sorry, that's Marco Supa. So the Colts will have a free kick in their own end. 63rd minute. We are in as the Colts lead at 3-0. We're working on these technical difficulties. We apologize for it as Albanese has it close side. He'll cross. Looking for Phillip. Phillip into the box. Mishandles it. Keeps it, though, in the corner. He'll play it back to Diego Farias. Farias, across, into the box, off the head of the jumping Riccio. The shot from Ventura Oliveira has to take advantage of that bouncing ball. Doesn't get all of it, and it will be out for a throw-in. George Brown in their own corner. Oh, and we have our feedback. Great work from producer Leo and every cameraman back there to get our feedback, so we will raise that camera up and get you the view as a good defensive play from Supa. Kicks the ball away from the Husky player, I believe, to be Adam Katir. Katir now has it. We'll play it back to his own goaltender. Again, we apologize for the cameras there, just raising it back up. If nobody has been here to Colts pitch, the through ball interrupts me, picked up by Agostino. If you haven't been to Colts pitch to catch a game, the camera is set up behind me over the fence. So we got to raise it up about 10, 15 feet for you to be able to enjoy the lovely game that we're enjoying here. So you'll get a quick view of the sky for a couple moments as they look to finish getting the camera set up. And it looks like we'll have a George Brown substitution in the meantime. Coming out of the game is Tariq Ali. And into the game for the Huskies, he has yet to turn to me to show me his number. I believe that was 24, Tayson Su. Ventura Oliveira, one good move and a pass back to Albanese. Tries to feed it in the middle to Supa. It's picked off and turned the other way by Lopez, but he will fire it out of the reach of the Huskies forward, and Narain will play a little time wasting now. Up 3-0, and he'll pick it up, finally pressured by the Huskies forward. Narain boots it away well into the defensive end of the Huskies, but cleared away through the feet of James Phillip, and it will be throw in for the Huskies. We are calling for a sub, and finally we'll get the whistle as the Colts look to make another sub, and I believe El Dasuki will be the one leaving the field for the Colts, and into the game looks to be Evan Morrell. A great play from Diego Farias. Farias can't continue the run, just slightly off the feet of Evan Morrell. And the Huskies turn it the other way with Hussein. He's been all over the place for the Huskies. Sebastian Lopez now in the middle. Tries to switch the side of the field to Fracasso. Can't. The Huskies maintain control. Ismaili finds his man. Far side. That's Sue. So Huskies play a little keep away, a couple touch passes. Katir looking for his man inside. That's Perry Soto, makes a couple moves, and these Centennial defenders are just pushing back the Huskies forwards as another good move gets by a defender, and he'll drag down a Colts player, and it will be a free kick for Centennial. As on that run into the box, Katir just gets his left hand wrapped around Marco Supa and pulls him down. So free kick Centennial will have in their own box. And we'll make more substitutions now up 3-0 with just less than 22 minutes to go. The Colts will start to empty their bench into the game as Vlasis Papethimiou will make his first appearance into the game for the Colts. Coming off was Marco Supa as well, I believe. Coming off the field, it's so difficult to figure out whose number that is. That looked like Diego Farias coming off the field, and it was. And we will get the name of the player that came onto the field. Cannot see his number at this moment as we are back into play in the 68th minute. Agostino has the ball in his own box looking for options, and he'll roll the pass over to Mark DeCoito. DeCoito, Lopez, Agostino, and back onto the foot of DeCoito. Looks for some options. Lopez points far side, so maybe they'll try and switch the field. Agostino doesn't even look to his defender to his right as he'll just fire it up the field. For Castles by himself. Looks for a man. He finds it in Riccio. Riccio's pass back to Fracasso is picked off by Dante Forte. Works to get the ball back, and a nice slide tackle from Albanese. Ventura Oliveira now has it. Tons of speed. Duarte Ventura Oliveira gets by Spring into the box. He'll cross it, and a great sliding play from DeCoito as the pass was looking to go to Phillips' far side. Huskies cleared into the defensive end of the Colts, but quickly back the other way. Forte to Albanese. Inside, Ventura Oliveira looks for options. He finds Papethimiou. Papethimiou onto the feet of Marco Supa, who will not get all of that and fire it over the goal. See the rush from Ventura Oliveira and the great sliding play from DeCoito, plus the kick off the ground to make sure that the Colts have no chance to put that one into the back of the net and extend their lead. That would have sealed it. You're correct. Hopefully you guys can hear the commentary behind me. That absolutely would have sealed this game. Phillip, this pass looking for Papethimiou is offside. Huskies will have a free kick. Huskies back in. Hussein looking for his pass upfield to Katir, can't do it. And Emerson Pugh plays it back to Josh Narain. Narain, big boot, looking for Phillip. The header off the Huskies' head will be able to play for a throw in Centennial. The throw in goes long, tries to find Papethimiou. Spring clears it to his own goalkeeper, who plays it back to Spring. He misses it. Now he's in the corner in a little bit of trouble. As he has that trouble, he'll play it off of the body of the Colts attacker for another throw in. Huskies, Agostino. That is a dangerous pass back to Agostino off the foot of Riccio. But Agostino can clear it, and the Huskies again have possession. DeCoito DeCoido looks for his man. He's got Fracasso. And now goes up the side to Ismaili. Ismaili the cross into the box. Going for Katir. It's out of his reach, and Narain can grab the bouncing ball. He'll restart it quickly onto the feet of Phillip. Phillip looks for his man, Evan Morel. It is not offside. Morel in by himself. Pape Thimiu. The pass blocked by another sliding defender. This time it was Riccio and cleared away. Ismaili. The call coming in from Perry Soto. Can't make the pass. The Springs pass back to Riccio is through his own feet, and it's a 2-on-2 for the Colts. The pass in goes to Morel. He's got just the goalie to beat, and he can't do it. It's cleared away by the defender, James Spring, to keep it a 3-0 game. Sioux on the far side. Ball gets all the way back to Lopez. A fake pass. Gets by his man. That was Forte. Still has the ball as Lopez. Finally, the pass comes all the way over to Ismaili. Ismaili, the cross into the box, is off the head of Kamara. And Albanese settles it down. The pass to Pape Thimiu. Outlet, Ventura Oliveira. He will try and find his way into the box to Phillip. It gets all the way to him. James Phillip has Hussein all over him. The speed of Hussein, just too much for Phillip to get the shot off as it's blocked and out of play for a throw in Centennial. Centennial has the throw in here in the 73rd minute as they lead 3-0. They look for the throw in, but the Colts will play the slow game, trying to waste a little bit of time anytime they can. The ball is cleared into the sky off the foot of Supa. Pape Thimiu can't corral it, and Huskies turn it around. Out of the reach of Fracasso, the ball will end up into the booth and thrown back in by Albanese quickly. Narain looks for his man. That's Ventura Oliveira off the shin. Corrals it. Finally back to Albanese. Pape Thimiu in the middle. Back to Albanese. Albanese looking for Morel, the streaking Morel. It's just over his head and into the hands of Agostino. Agostino will play it out to his captain, DeCoido. His pass is turned over. Pape Thimiu looks for Ventura Oliveira. Gets by his man and into the box. He'll cross that. I believe it was a shot looking for the top corner, and it is just wide of the net. And it actually goes out of play for a throw-in instead of a goal kick. It's Ventura. I just can't tell what he was looking for. Too much power on that for a cross. I think he was trying to pick out that corner, but he couldn't and wasn't able to do it. So I believe Farias will be coming off the field, meaning that Josh Narain will get the captain's man as while he is off the field. And the Colts will welcome a new player again. We will find that number for you. I believe that's number 7, Adam Othman, back into the game as the Colts have the ball. Far side, Phillip. Phillip looking for Ventura Oliveira. He wasn't expecting it. Expected a Huskies defender to make contact. Couldn't do it, and he was unable to get the pass, which bounces over. Huskies in their own side of the field, looking to make their way quickly. They don't have a whole lot of time remaining with just less than 15 minutes to go. Lopez tries to find Sioux. He does. Looks to make a play to get by the defender, Marcus Lazaro. And a great play from Lazaro. His first appearance here at Colts pitch for the Centennial Colts. As Morel knocks over his man. That's DeCoido, as we'll have a header. DeCoido into his back. They'll battle. Morel comes away with it. Evan Morel. Tons of speed from Morel. He'll stop up and taken away by the Huskies momentarily, and he'll fire it off of his defender and out of play for a throw in, George Brown. I believe we'll have another substitution on the George Brown side. Coming out of the game is number 6, Daniel Perry Soto. And into the game is number 19. That's Brian Gray. Make his first appearance, and he's got the ball. I believe a grab of the jersey from Centennial, and Phillip, I believe, will be a free kick, George Brown, as they'll get it in quickly to DeCoito. Spring looks for a man. He has one. He was looking for the new man. That's Yaman Dadell off of his foot. Sorry, off of the Colts defender's foot. And another throw in. Dadell now has the ball. And another good defensive play from Albanese. Fires it out for another throw in. James Spring. His pass. Hoffman picks it off. This play around. Too far in DeCoito. Tries his pass inside to Dadall, and that one's offside as the flag goes up. The Huskies just cannot seem to get any kind of offense going against the Centennial defensive front, who have been stellar so far in 4 games. Narain looks for his man. That is left of Ventura Oliveira. It'll bounce out for a Huskies throw in. And Narain's just so used to being perfect. An audible scream in the back end for missing his man as the Huskies have the ball. Huskies all the way to the back line as Lopez now moves back. Up in more of an attacking spot in the first half, but has moved back since then to play a little bit of defense for the Huskies. Phillip gets by one, gets by another, he gets by Spring, and he's got Lopez to beat into the box. Phillips takes the shot. It's off the hand, I believe, of Phillip off of the defender, and the Huskies get the free kick. We'll play it quickly. Hussein makes one move, gets by his defender. Now has tons of speed far side, and the slide tackle from Lazaro takes down Hussein, and it'll be a free kick for the Huskies in their own offensive side. They'll have a chance basically across from that angle. I would assume this heads into the box, especially with only 11 minutes to play. Huskies have the free kick. They opt not to go into the box. Short pass to Hussein, and this one will head into the box. The cross. Kicked away, and the flag goes up for offside. Looks like that's what we will call, and it'll be an offside on the Huskies, so the Colts once again escape the pressure. Narain will play it out wide. Emerson Pugh will play it back to Narain, who might not actually get rid of this ball. Emerson Pugh, the Huskies will not pressure, even down 3-0 with 10 to go. Finally some pressure, and Emerson Pugh gets rid of the ball in the tackle as Pugh goes down. That was a tackle made by the Huskies, number 16, Massimo Fratto, into the game. Absolutely, I wish we had last names on our jersey, but that would be so expensive. I wish that was true. Albanese. Ventura Oliveira tries through the legs pass. Does get the ball back, though. Finally gets the pass through to Morel. Pape Thimu finds Othman, who just can't catch up to that ball. A little bit too much power. And the Huskies have a throw-in. Huskies get the ball in. Colts have so much pressure, and it is kicked away. It'll be a throw-in for Centennial. Great pressure from Ventura Oliveira and Othman. Albanese throws it in. Back to Emerson Pugh. Ball works his way all the way to the far side. That's Marcus Lazaro trying to find Phillip. That is by his foot. Agostino keeps it from heading out of play. He'll control it, but the Colts will back off. Give him all the time he needs. Back to Agostino, and again, the Colts will not pressure, forcing the Huskies to come into their defensive front. DeCoido does fire it in there, and it's off Albanese and back to the defensive front off of the knee of Spring, and Phillip has the ball into the box. James Phillip, he'll take a shot, and it's just wide left. James Phillip head into his hands as he misses that fantastic opportunity to make this a 4-0 game. A great play from the goalkeeper, Joseph Agostino. Great on his angles to force Phillip to go far side, which makes him miss the net. It looks like we were supposed to have a sub. There we go. Now the sub is back on. Evan Morrell will come out for the Centennial Colts, and back into the game is Frank Andriacci. Spring tries to find Dadar, headed away by Albanese. Emerson Pugh clear it into the Huskies half. Phillip trying to deflect it to Othman. Just out of the reach, and the Huskies back the other way. Far side, Sue. Is it a great defensive press from Adam Othman. The pass to James Phillip is just out of the reach, and Agostino, the goalkeeper, comes way out of his box to clear that off the foot of James Phillip. We are now into the 83rd minute here as the Centennial Colts lead the George Brown Huskies 3-0 on goals by Luca Ferrari, Yahiel Dasuki, and Duarte Ventura Oliveira. The Huskies just cannot amass any offensive pressure. They try to now. It's just missed touch off the foot of Dadal and out of play, so the Colts will have the ball, and another substitution for George Brown, who continue to empty their bench here down 3-0 late. So as we await the substitution, we'll have I believe a throw in for the Huskies. Just absolutely haven't been able to string anything together. You are correct over there. Absolutely. As we say that, the chance they do get is fired way over the bar by Marcus Fracasso, and another chance goes wayward for the Huskies. So Josh Moraine will have the ball as we head into the 85th minute. Emerson Pugh misses the ball. They're going to have a penalty on the Huskies on that tackle for Emerson Pugh. The Colts get it in very quickly. Kamara finds Phillip. Andriacci streaking. Phillip doesn't find him. Now runs into a wall of Huskies. Lazaro all the way back to Kamara. Kamara into the feet of Othman. Can't control it momentarily as DeCoido tries to turn it the other way for George Brown. Hassled by two Colts defenders. Gets by them all. DeCoido takes the shot. It's off the crossbar again. And the loose ball off the crossbar. We'll take a look. DeCoido's unbelievable move to get through two Colts defenders. The back line sags off, and an unbelievable shot from Mark DeCoido. And for the second time today, rings it off the crossbar. Just has not been the day for the George Brown Huskies. Now, even though they get chances, they're not going into the net, as the Colts are just escaping any kind of pressure that the Huskies put towards them. Emerson Pugh clears it away. It's off the foot of Spring. And DeCoito into the middle. He's now trying to lead the push for the Huskies as he battles through one man and loses the ball. Lazaro gets it up to James Phillip. Phillip has a man into the box. Andriachi cleared away by Agostino. A good sliding kick to keep that off the foot of Frank Andriachi. The Colts regain possession. Lazaro, his pass, a little weak, gives the Huskies a chance to get by. Kamara, cool, calm, and collected, back to Narain. Narain, his pass, goes to Albanese, but on this slippery turf, now that the sun has gone away, this turf gets ever more slippery every single second that we play, and the ball just skids by Albanese. The Huskies have a throw-in and another throw-in as that one's off the shoulder of Papithimiu for a throw-in. The throw-in by Sioux. Huskies have it. Sioux now back. Plays it inside to Didal. Didal plays it to Fratto. Has a little bit of space in the middle. Gets by Papithimiu. Plays it to Hussein. Hussein's got to get by Phillip now, the forward back to play defense, and he wins that battle against Hussein as he hops over the slide tackle of Hussein right before, and that will be a yellow card. It'll head to Abubakar Hussein of the George Brown Huskies. Will get his first yellow card of the night on that slide tackle. Maybe the ref thought it just wasn't a needed slide tackle, would be the best way we'll put that. Absolutely. Hussein has been up and down the field as well as Phillip has. He has been one of the best players for the George Brown Huskies. Has been Abubakar Hussein, doing everything he can to try and keep his team in the game and even get them on the board. Agostino corrals it into his own hands. He'll roll it out to Lopez. Back to Agostino. Andriachi, the pressure. Keeps it away from him. It'll go to Lopez. Lopez into the middle, trying to find Dadar. Can't. To Albanese. Albanese's pass. Finds Ventura Oliveira through two men in the back foot. Ventura slips. Trying to give it back to Albanese. Can't. Turns it over. The Huskies quickly back the other way. It's on the foot of Sioux. Sioux trying to find his teammate in the middle of Fratto. Cannot find him. And it will be another goal kick for Josh Narain, who will most likely waste as much time as he can here with just less than a minute to go in regular time. Narain clears it up the field. Just barely to the circle. A good move by the Huskies, and a sliding kick away by Emerson Pugh onto the foot of Lopez. Sebastian Lopez. The slide tackle does make contact with the ball. A great play from Lopez to keep the possession with the Huskies as Phillip takes it away. James Phillip through a couple man, makes a couple moves. Ventura Oliveira tries to stay onside. He can't, as the flag will go up as we will hit the 89th minute. That is as tight as it could have been on that line. Of course, I don't have a great view. I'm sitting here at half. So James Phillip will be on the ground. He's given it a nice stretch. Convenient timing for James Phillip being in the 90th minute, as it'll bring out the athletic therapist Haley, who will come out to take a look. Maybe just a cramp for James Phillip, who will get stretched out here from the athletic therapist. But as we are into the 90th minute, the Centennial Colts a dominating win here against the George Brown Huskies. A 3-0 victory, what I would call a victory here in the 90th minute, being up 3 goals. The Colts have been outstanding in their first 4 games and try to continue it day in and day out. Coach David Latavo has said many times this is one of the best rosters he's put together in his time here. As James Phillip is finally waved back onto the field, he doesn't seem to care as the ball is in the far corner. That's off the hand of the Huskies. It'll be a Huskies free kick. I believe the assistant coach of the Huskies is going to get his own card, and he will. That's a yellow card. We've got some, we'll say yelling. We'll say some differences between the two teams. Coaches going back and forth. I believe the Huskies are upset over a substitution that wasn't supposed to be made by the Colts, with James Phillip being on the sideline. As this really is just wasting more time for the Centennial Colts. As the refs handle it on, as you can see, they're talking it over, making sure they can figure it out. The two coaches giving it a little bit to each other. They look like they're going to be all right. Two good friends there. As we have, I believe, it's going to be another card. Yes, a yellow card is going to go out. So that's the man that was substituted for James Phillip, not called on for the substitution. So that is a card that will be handed out, and he will be sent off for the yellow card, as the Huskies just await their time to get this ball back into the play. So Colts and the Huskies, the ref is finally saying enough is enough. No more yelling. We are getting back into this one, into the 90th minute. He would like to finish this game. As that's crossed into the box and into the hands of Josh Narain, who will play it quickly out as the Huskies have 7 men deep over the head of Spring, who will head it back to his own goalkeeper in the box, able to keep it in play and pick it up. The Huskies need any kind of offensive chance. Try to get one on the board. As that pass picked off by Ventura Oliveira. Has so much time and space. Hops over the sliding defender. The cross into the box to Andriachi. Andriachi takes a shot, and it's just over the net. A great play by Ventura Oliveira. You see him hopping over the defender early on in that replay. This cross just behind Andriachi, which throws off his timing. His shot on goal just barely over the crossbar. The Colts doing anything they can to keep pressure and waste the time away here. Kamara, Narain. He'll go by the defender to Albanese. Albanese finds Ventura Oliveira, tries a good move to get by his defender. He will shove over Sue. Looks like a shoulder-to-shoulder tackle, but the referee is over it. He will give a yellow card to Duarte Ventura Oliveira. There's now cards being handed out left and right. This referee is over all the nonsense. He would like this to be over with. Just handing out cards to get this game done. Agostino for the Huskies. Boot that into the Colts defensive end. Albanese hops up with the doll for the header. They'll battle. Albanese will play it back to Pugh, and it looks like that's going to be the game. We will end the game as the Centennial Colts win it 3-0 over the George Brown Huskies. A dominant win for the Centennial Colts, who will now move to 3-0-1 on this young season after the victory, while the George Brown Huskies will move to 0-4 and will look to have any kind of pressure in their next game. Speaking of the next game, for the Centennial Colts, their next game is Friday the 19th, when they will travel to Vaso Field in Oshawa to take on the Durham Lords, while the George Brown Huskies, their next game is Saturday the 20th, back at home. With that being said, that has got everything to do for today's game. The Centennial Colts win it 3-0 here on ColtsNet Live. My name is Jack Middleton. For producer Leo Solar-Sano, we thank you for joining us here on ColtsNet Live. Be sure to come back in half an hour's time as the women's team will take on the George Brown Huskies.